Hey traders, welcome back to another market update. Today we're going to give an update on the currency market and taking a look at the technical analysis side. Euro USD actually sold off really nicely from our level that we talked about on the previous stream or on the previous video. We actually saw price come up to that level of resistance and fall beautifully here on Euro USD. Now, the nice thing about this is that we've seen a really sharp sell-off, right? So this was definitely a good area for shorts. So if you caught that trade, then congratulations to you. I definitely caught it myself, which was beautiful. Very, very nice sell-off there on the sell side. Now we headed back to this area here where we've temporarily kind of halted to try and see if price can find a bounce. Now, as it stands, we are still looking like it's possible that we could break lower here. Why is that? Well, we tried to make a push up and you can see it actually failed, right? So there's possibility that we could see an extension down to our next level here, which would be considered this level in my opinion. This kind of area of support is the next big leg of kind of where price could head if we see a sell-off here on the euro pairs, okay? So we'll see what we get there. Next up is GBP USD, which did sell off very sharply recently. We had this kind of downtrend. We saw sellers step in and really push this to the lows. We actually broke through the recent structure lows, right? Lots of bearish pressure here. And I think that it's possible here that we're headed back down. I mean, at this point, we actually are retesting a first level, which is this level. I think it's possible we get some sort of a bounce here. It would make sense. But then the overall idea to me would be a head back to this low down here, right? I think that's very, very possible with all this bearish structure and this bearish momentum. And during this time, we have just a lot of things that are going on that are scary for things like GBP USD. USD JPY actually caught a very strong bounce here. You can see, like we mentioned, I said that I thought there was a pretty good chance we could break through this level. Definitely seeing some bullish bounce here. The question will be, can we pull back to this level and find a trade there for the long setup that we talked about? That will be a trade idea that I'm looking out for personally. Maybe we'll update about that next time. XAU USD here breaking through the trend line. This is a big deal. This is the first time that we've really seen this trend line here get broken in a while. And you can see we closed underneath very strong. Now we're seeing a little bit of a bullish bounce. Will we see some sort of rollover and continue? If we do, I think we see potential movements down to these levels here and here. Okay, just some things to think about there on gold. Next up is Euro GBP, which did break through our level there at the, I believe this was the 50. So it looks like we might be actually getting that chance to talk about the 61.8, which of course lines up nicely with this kind of level here, right? We've got resistance here and support here, very strong area, potentially headed up to that 61.8. We've actually already hit 61.8. Looks like we might see some sort of rollover here on Euro Pound. We'll see what we get. Next up is Dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss also catching a bounce, much like USD JPY. I think it's possible we make a move back to this level here in the next few days or weeks. That would be kind of my personal opinion, is a move back to those levels. GJ, you can see, actually sold off very sharply. I just know from looking at this on other charts that we've crossed underneath the 200 period, which was roughly right here. I'll show you guys. Insert indicators, moving average, put the 200 on there. You can see there's the 200. We crossed below it just recently, which was a bearish indicator, and now we can actually see price looking like it wants to head down for the time being, just as we had talked about on pound dollar. I think we're headed back down to these kind of monthly lows there. Next up is AUD USD, which is kind of halted here. You can see we found some interesting structure here where I think it's possible we're finding some buyers down in these lows where price could make a shoot back up to a level such as this one here. Just my opinion there on AUD USD. Euro Aussie, interesting pair right now because it's been so sold off. I'm sorry, bought up, right? If we drew a fib from the low to the high, right? It looks like we're currently testing the 23.6, although we did pull back to the 38.2 before finding a rally. I think it's possible that maybe we're headed back down to retest something like the 50 and maybe even the 61.8, as this move is extremely overextended in my opinion, and there's a pretty good chance we see some pullback on that. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you got something out of the video, and we'll see you guys back next time.